screen flickers. A girl's trembling hand holds her phone up. She opens a new selfie filter. Hearts, sparkles, cat ears. Nothing unusual. But when she switches to spirit lens, her smile drops. Behind her, in the mirror's reflection, stands a figure. Pale, motionless, grinning. She spins around. Nothing there. She looks back at her phone. The figure is closer now. "This filter," she whispers, "it doesn't show you what's behind you. It shows you who's been following you." Before we go any further, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment telling me what paranormal topic you want me to cover next. Your idea might just be the next video. Emma Rodriguez never believed in ghosts. She believed in good lighting, the perfect angle, and filters that made her eyes pop. At 22, she'd built a modest following on social media. Nothing crazy, just enough to feel validated when her phone buzzed with notifications. October 27th, 2 days before Halloween. Her feed was flooded with costume reveals and pumpkin spice everything. Then she saw it. A post from someone she barely knew. "OMG, you have to try Spirit Lens. It's creepy AF but so cool for Halloween content." The filter had this vintage, grainy look, like old security footage. Emma downloaded it without thinking twice. Everyone was using it. Why shouldn't she? She was alone in her dorm room. Her roommate Sarah had gone home for the weekend. The place felt bigger when empty, quieter. Emma positioned herself in front of her full-length mirror, held up her phone, and activated Spirit Lens. The screen shifted. Colors drained slightly. Everything looked washed out, cold. She snapped a photo. Then she saw it. Behind her, in the mirror's reflection, a woman. Long dark hair covering most of her face. Wearing what looked like a hospital gown. Standing so close that Emma should have felt her breath on her neck. Her heart stopped. She spun around so fast she nearly dropped her phone. Nothing. Just her unmade bed and a pile of laundry she'd been ignoring for 3 days. Her hands were shaking now. She looked back at her phone screen. The photo was still there. The woman was still there. But something was different. The figure had moved, just slightly. Her head was tilted now, like she was trying to see Emma better. "This is edited," Emma said out loud, her voice cracking. "It's just the filter. It adds creepy stuff. That's the whole point." But her body didn't believe her words. Every instinct screamed that something was wrong. She took another photo. The woman was closer, much closer. One pale hand was reaching forward, fingers stretched toward Emma's shoulder. Emma deleted the app immediately. Her hands wouldn't stop shaking. She tried to sleep that night. She really did. But every time she closed her eyes, she saw that face. Or what little she could see of it through all that hair. Around 3 in the morning, she gave up and started scrolling through social media. That's when she found the others. A guy named Marcus in Seattle had posted, "Okay, Spirit Lens is not just a filter. I saw my dead grandfather in my photo and I never told anyone what he looked like. How would an app know that?" A girl from Texas. "Used Spirit Lens at my boyfriend's place. Saw a little boy in the corner. Found out later a kid died in that apartment in 1987. I'm genuinely freaked out." Emma's throat went dry. She kept scrolling. Dozens of comments. Hundreds. Most people thought it was clever programming, AI that scanned your photos and added realistic ghosts. But some people, the ones who commented at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, they knew better. One comment stopped her cold. "My sister used this filter 6 days ago. She saw something in her photos, got obsessed with it, started saying it was following her. Yesterday she didn't come home. Police found her phone in the woods behind our house, battery dead. The last photo on it was from Spirit Lens. Whatever she saw in that photo, it's not in the background anymore. The spot where it stood is empty. Please, if you've used this filter and seen something, delete it. Don't look back, don't take another photo. Just delete it and pray that's enough." Emma's mouth went dry. The post was from an account called Jessica M. Roser CT, posted 4 hours ago. Already had 2,000 comments, most of them people saying they'd seen similar things. Some claimed their friends had gone missing. Others said they were hearing voices. seeing shadows move in their peripheral vision. Emma checked the App Store. Spirit Lens had been removed. No longer available, the page read. No explanation. Her phone buzzed. A notification, but not from any app she recognized. The message simply said, "You looked. Now I can see you too." The number was her own. Emma didn't leave her dorm room for 2 days. She kept her curtains closed, avoided mirrors, even covered her laptop camera with tape, though she wasn't sure why. Something primal inside her said, "Hide, stay small, don't be seen." Sarah came back Sunday night, talking about her weekend, complaining about her mom's new boyfriend. She stopped mid-sentence when she saw Emma. "You look like hell. Have you been sleeping?" Emma wanted to explain, wanted to show her the photos, the comments, the message from her own number, but the words wouldn't come. How do you tell someone that a selfie filter had opened a door to something that shouldn't exist? That something had seen her, and now it knew where she was. "Just stressed about midterms," Emma lied. That night, Sarah fell asleep easily. Emma lay awake, staring at the ceiling, her phone face down on her nightstand. She'd turned it off completely, but she could still feel it there, waiting. Around midnight, Sarah's phone lit up. Emma heard the notification sound, then another, and another. She sat up slowly. Sarah's phone was going crazy, buzzing repeatedly. Emma leaned over. The screen showed notification after notification, all from the same app, Spirit Lens. But Sarah had never downloaded it. The messages kept coming, each one a photo. Emma's hand trembled as she picked up the phone. Every photo was of Sarah sleeping, taken from different angles, from the foot of the bed, from the closet, from right above her pillow. And in every single photo, standing beside Sarah's sleeping body, was the woman with long dark hair. In each progressive photo, she was leaning closer. In the last one, her face was inches from Sarah's, her mouth open impossibly wide. Emma's scream woke Sarah up. But by then, it didn't matter. Emma and Sarah ran. They didn't pack, didn't think, just grabbed their phones and bolted into the hallway, their screams echoing off the walls. Other students opened their doors, confused and annoyed. No one saw what they saw. No one understood. They ended up at a 24-hour diner 3 blocks from campus. Sarah was crying. Emma couldn't stop shaking. The fluorescent lights felt too bright, too exposing. Every reflection in the windows made Emma's heart race. "What was that?" Sarah kept asking. "What the hell was that thing?" Emma finally told her everything. The filter, the photos, the missing people. Sarah listened, her face growing paler with each word. When Emma finished, Sarah pulled out her phone with trembling hands. "It sent itself to my phone," she whispered. "I never downloaded it. It just appeared." Emma checked her own phone. Her blood went cold. Spirit Lens was back, installed, even though she'd deleted it, even though the App Store said it didn't exist anymore. That's when Emma made a decision. If this thing was hunting them, she needed to understand why. She needed to find out where Spirit Lens came from, who created it, and how to stop it. She opened a private browser and started digging. It took 3 hours and 6 cups of coffee, but she found something. A forum, hidden in the dark corners of the internet where people discussed things that shouldn't be discussed. Paranormal experiments, digital hauntings, technology that bridged the gap between worlds. One thread caught her attention. Spirit Lens, the developer's confession. The post was from someone called DevX47. It was dated 3 weeks ago. Emma's hands shook as she read it. "I built Spirit Lens. I never meant for this to happen. I never meant to hurt anyone, but I was desperate. My daughter, my beautiful Clara, she died 2 years ago, hit by a drunk driver on her way home from prom. She was 17. I couldn't accept it. I couldn't let her go." Emma kept reading, her stomach twisting with each word. "I'm a software engineer," the post continued. "AR filters, facial recognition, that's my specialty. After Clara died, I became obsessed. Not with moving on, with bringing her back. I started researching occult forums, ancient rituals, anything that claimed to contact the dead. Most of it was garbage. But then I found something. Instructions. A ritual that could open a doorway using technology as the anchor point. Emma felt Sarah lean closer, reading over her shoulder. The ritual required a sacrifice. Not blood, not life, but connection. I had to create something that would link millions of users. Each person who used the filter would create a tiny crack, a little opening. And when enough people used it, the door would open wide enough for Clara to come through, for me to see her again, to talk to her, maybe even to bring her back. Emma's throat tightened. She understood grief. She'd lost her grandfather 2 years ago and still sometimes reached for her phone to call him. But this was different. This was madness dressed up as love. I tested it first, just on myself, and it worked. I saw her, my Clara, standing in my living room exactly as I remembered her, smiling at me. For a moment I felt whole again, but then I realized something was wrong. Her smile was too wide, her eyes were too dark, and when she spoke, her voice wasn't hers. It was layered, multiple voices speaking at once. Sarah gasped. Emma kept reading, her heart pounding. She said, "Thank you, Daddy, you opened the door, now we can all come through." That's when I saw them, dozens of figures, hundreds, crowding behind her, spirits that had been waiting, trapped, hungry. The filter wasn't just showing ghosts, it was giving them permission to cross over, to attach themselves to anyone who looked, to follow them home. The post ended abruptly. I tried to take it down. I reported it to every platform, but it's too late. The door is open, and they're angry. If you're reading this, if you've used Spirit Lens, I'm sorry, run. Emma looked up from her phone. The diner suddenly felt colder. The lights flickered once, twice. Sarah grabbed her arm. "We need to find him," Emma said. "This developer. He opened this door. Maybe he knows how to close it." It took another hour, but Emma found him. His real name was buried in old LinkedIn profiles and tech conference speaker lists. David Chen, age 43, last known address in Portland, Oregon. Emma sent him a message on every platform she could find. Email, social media, even an old gaming forum account. She didn't expect a response. But 5 minutes later, her phone rang. Unknown number. "You used it." His voice was rough, exhausted, like he hadn't slept in weeks. "You saw them?" "Yes," Emma whispered. "One followed us. It was in our room. We barely got out." It's not an it, David said. They're people, or they were. Spirits trapped between worlds. Some have been waiting decades, centuries. They're not evil, not all of them. But they're desperate, and desperation makes things do terrible things. How do we stop this? Sarah interrupted. How do we close the door? David was quiet for a long moment. There's only one way. The door opened because of connection. It closes the same way. Someone has to go through, someone living, someone willing to trade places, to become the anchor on the other side and seal it shut. Emma's blood ran cold. You mean someone has to die? Not die, David corrected. Sacrifice. Cross over willingly. Become the guardian of the threshold. Keep the door closed from the inside, forever. That's insane, Sarah said. There has to be another way. I've tried everything. David's voice cracked. I've spent every day for 3 weeks looking for another option. There isn't one. I was going to do it myself. Tomorrow night, Halloween, when the veil is thinnest. That's when the ritual has the most power. That's when I can seal it permanently. Emma looked at Sarah. Behind them, in the diner's window reflection, 3 figures stood watching. More were gathering. The woman with long hair, a man in a burned suit, a child with hollow eyes. They were running out of time. Emma made a choice that night. Not the one you'd expect. Not the one that made sense. She contacted everyone who'd used Spirit Lens. Every person who'd posted about seeing something. She told them about David, about the sacrifice, about Halloween night. 43 people showed up at the location David provided, an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of Portland. Each of them had been followed. Each of them had seen things that shouldn't exist. And each of them understood that someone had to end this. But here's the thing about sacrifice. Real sacrifice isn't about one person being a hero. It's about connection, about shared burden. David had tried to bring back one person he loved, and in doing so, he'd put millions at risk. The solution wasn't one person crossing over. It was all of them together creating a living barrier, a circle of protection. That Halloween night, 43 people joined hands. They formed a circle around David, around the ritual site. And when midnight struck, when the veil was thinnest, they didn't let anyone through alone. They redirected the energy, used their combined will to seal the door not from the other side but from this one. Together they were stronger than any single spirit. Stronger than the desperation that had opened the door in the first place. Spirit Lens disappeared that night. Not just from app stores, from phones, from existence. Every photo taken with it turned blank. Every trace of the filter vanished like it had never existed. Emma went back to her normal life. Sort of. She still avoids mirrors sometimes, still feels a chill when her phone buzzes unexpectedly. But she learned something important. Technology can open doors we don't understand. Grief can make us do dangerous things. And sometimes, the only way to close a door to darkness is to stand together and refuse to let it win. The woman with long dark hair? Emma never saw her again. But on quiet nights, she wonders if those spirits found peace, or if they're still waiting. Still watching. Still hoping someone will open another door. Some doors should stay closed. Some filters should never be downloaded. And some mysteries are better left unsolved. So here's my question for you. Would you have downloaded Spirit Lens? Would you have taken that first photo? Or would you have trusted your instincts and stayed away? Drop a comment below and tell me what paranormal topic you want me to explore next. Haunted objects, cursed videos, urban legends that turned out to be real? Your suggestion might just become the next story that keeps you up at night. And if you enjoyed this story, if it gave you chills or made you think twice about that new filter everyone is using, hit that subscribe button. Because trust me, we're just getting started. There are darker stories out there, stranger mysteries, and I'm going to find every single one of them. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and maybe, just maybe, think twice before you point that camera at yourself. You never know what might be looking back.